Hey, so welcome to the second channel. It's your boy Aubrey Studios 82, otherwise known as Jonathan, here with Lone Clone Production, I already screwed it up. That was fast. I didn't think that was... This is a great... This is such a train wreck already.
I can taste the garlic hummus that I had for dinner.
I'm already regretting it. This is gonna be great. So,
Hi guys.
This is Alex, as you are well aware, I'm sure. And we're here tonight doing a quick little commentary for you lads. I've asked you guys before on Twitter and Instagram if you'd be interested in us doing something like this, kind of talking about the behind the scenes of each Lego Batman episode and kind of how we made them, the writing process and animation and all the technical kind of stuff that you don't normally see, I guess. And most people wanted, or were, I guess, expressed an interest in it. So here we are doing it. I don't know why you'd want to watch it, but you're welcome. That's all I can say.
It gives some good insight into the processes of the BTS.
Exactly. Because these are just so professionally made that
get a look into the Aubrey Studios. You know how like at Universal Studios or whatever they have the tram rides that show you like the back lot and all that stuff. This is like that, but not that.
But much better.
Because you don't have Jimmy Fallon singing a song about trams. Anyway.
We could have gotten Jimmy Fallon for this. I think that would have definitely upped the quality.
That would have.
Everyone's favorite funny man.
So what do we have here today, Jonathan?
Today, for the first episode, Alex, we have Lego Batman Christmas in Vietnam, which is the third installment of the Lego Batman Christmas series that we've been doing for, 3 years? Yeah, because we've done one each year,
Yeah, this is also kind of like marking the first anniversary when we started working together more on this kind of stuff, because you first asked me to help you write stuff back on the 2016 Christmas special when you first got forced to voice act.
Indeed.
And also this episode marks the first episode of season 3, quote unquote, of the kind of like loose season structure you have set up for the Batman episodes.
Yeah, so this was the season premiere of season 3. It wasn't originally supposed to be, but since Lego Justice League vs. the Avengers took so long to make, I ended up having to do this one since it was just closer to Christmas, instead of Lego Batman Time Travel, which was originally going to come out in I think we planned for September for that video, and it actually came out.
We planned out a
January
lot of stuff for season 3
of this year. Yeah, so
we have a whole we have a whole doc full of production timelines for you of all right, September, this episode, December, October, going into January, February. We had stuff planned up until at least April, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
For season 3 episodes. And we had ideas for 12 videos, and
we're obviously going to get those out eventually, but they are taking a lot slower than intended, I guess, and I think a lot of that is because Justice League vs. the Avengers just took so long to make and came out in November when it was scheduled to come out a lot earlier than that. I wanted it to be summer of 2016, but that didn't happen, so.
Right. And of course, especially with a lot of your more recent videos, the production quality is getting better, so of course that ups the time for production.
Right, and
of course you're still a one-man team. You don't have any editors or anything. The only help you have is me with writing and some voices. All right, so let's get this puppy fired up, shall we?
That's a great terminology there.
Fire up a puppy? What? I had no idea what I was saying until halfway through saying it.
Let's fire up some puppies, Alex.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So this video, it's important to note that Alex and I did a lot of research into the Vietnam War in preparation for the writing of this episode because we wanted everything to be as historically accurate as possible.
Right. I mean, more or less, it's kind of like a faux historical accuracy.
Yeah,
because we name drop some things what was that thing?
The Hanoi Hilton.
Say it later. The Hanoi Hilton, which is this prisoner of war camp.
Yeah.
FNG. Search and destroy missions. FNG. we actively looked up like Vietnam military terminology.
We looked
stuff.
Yeah. Just we didn't want to get it wrong, I guess, because like war is kind of a delicate thing to especially make fun of. So it's like we wanted it to at least be historically accurate.
But it's also funnier if you like name drop specific stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we did a pretty good job with that because my uncle, who was actually in the Vietnam War, saw this and was like, "Whoa, this is pretty good. You got most of those terms right." And I was like, "Oh, all right.
Ayo.
There we go.
Nice.
That's all we wanted to achieve." So
funny thing, right, I think a month after you released this, we started studying the Vietnam War in my school, and we watched a documentary. We also watched a 40-minute documentary in preparation for this video.
We did. I think we watched. Did we watch 2 documentaries?
I think we only did one.
Was it only one? I feel like we watched some other videos about it though, like Vietnamese torture. I don't know. I've always found the concept of like the Vietnam War just interesting in general. You know?
Yeah, it's quite the standout in terms of like military conflicts in U.S. history, especially considering it was quite a bit of a failure for the most part.
Yeah, that's one thing that we wanted to put at the end of the episode. If you've seen all the way through, Santa says that America won, communism always loses, and all this, and even though that's not even historically accurate. But
of course, Santa being played by Forest Fire 101. Is this his second or third video voice acting for you?
This is actually the 4th video he's been in for me, but the 3rd for Santa, because he did Santa in Lego Batman Christmas 2, he did himself in Lego Batman Damian Wayne, and then he did one cameo, and then he did Santa again for Lego Justice League versus the Avengers.
Right, yeah, that was the one I forgot.
Yeah.
We after like writing Santa in for the first episode, we really wanted to include him a lot.
Well, because it's Forrest
for the Justice League. Well, yeah, of course.
I think Forrest...
That's like the coup de grace for Brick Filmer cameos.
Right, I think Forrest just really adds to the character because Santa has always been like such a fun character to write, you know? It's like him and Trump are just really easy to write for, I guess, and probably the most fun. And Forrest just kind of gives us exactly what we want, you know, what we're looking for the character of Santa. It's like perfect.
Of course, Forrest videos are God damn it, that slap.
I'm quite proud of that.
Here's Ariel, who we had a lot more dirty innuendos.
We did,
but you cut a few of them. Which is probably for the best.
We did have a couple of more innuendos with Ariel regarding her fishy aftertaste in particular.
I think you would have been fine keeping that one.
I don't know. It's like that kind of stuff. Like because when Forrest sent the lines, right? Like he read that and then he was like, "Wow, that's a bit far." Like he commented on it, saying how
But didn't he say that for the I've never tried fried Vietnamese?
Yeah, there was another line in this later on that I'll point out when we get to it, where Santa says that he's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to try fried Vietnamese," and he takes out the flamethrower and fires up the Vietnamese soldiers. And Forrest read that, and he was silent for like 30 seconds. So I was like, "Oh God!" Like, I could tell we crossed some sort of line with that, but I ended up cutting that part out, and I cut out the Ariel part just because when Forrest notices something like that, it's like, it's just, that's a bit much. So I'm sure we would have been fine with keeping it in, but whatever. You know?
Oh, great.
But other than that, let's see, who else was voicing in this? We had Energetic Lego Films as Wolverine, Just Too Shirtless, Just Too Good as Richard Parker, Spider-Man's dad. And, of course, we had Phil Rod Productions as John Johns, which is Martian Manhunter, which we were going to get Courtney Leacock to return, but he was a bit busy at the time, so he had to turn the role down. But Phil Rod did a fantastic job, don't get me wrong.
So in doing like a Vietnam episode kind of like this, we kind of like, I don't know, where else do we take inspiration from? I mean, I guess like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I remember actually I had like just seen Forrest Gump at the time of us writing this, so it was kind of fresh on my mind as well, and I guess that's where some of the inspiration came from.
Kind of like just like the general Vietnam stereotypes of like, oh, they're getting picked off one by one.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
exactly. We wanted it while we were writing it. We had this like idea in our head that we wanted each member of Batman's platoon or whatever, which we actually found out a platoon consists of way more people.
It's like 9, isn't it?
I think it was like 15.
No, a squad is 9. Ugh, I can't remember. It was like 8 months ago.
Yeah, you gotta remember.
We actually wrote it like a year ago.
And we wrote it. Yeah, we did write it like a year ago. We had the script ready for a while.
Wow. Jeez.
Man.
Oh, here's the. I want to point out this Duplo tiger.
Okay, yeah.
You can talk about that for a second.
So the tiger scene right here, we wanted, because tigers very, very prevalent in Vietnam during the war, and I guess now it's kind of where they live. That's where a lot of tigers roam, right? You know, so we wanted to put some tigers in the video. We wanted to be accurate, and so we had the platoon in quotes get attacked by these tigers, only to find out. I looked on Amazon to try to see if they had any actual Lego tigers. Of course they don't, so I had to get Duplo, and I was like, okay, that should be fine, you know, it's just Lego Duplo, it's still Lego, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Well, I was quite wrong. Apparently, when they came in the mail, they were shockingly oversized. At first I didn't think that I'd be able to use them, but we went ahead and pulled through, and I actually think it kind of adds more of a comedic value to the scene, you know? But
yeah, you forgot the core concept of Duplo, where everything is literally 4 times the size.
I know, but I didn't know how much bigger it was gonna be. I was like, it should be fine. I even told you,
the kitties can't choke on it.
They
make it. That's why they make it that large.
I was like, man. Hey, do these tigers look good to you? And you're like, yeah. And so I ordered them, and they came, and I'm like, ah. But
didn't something similar happen with the llamas?
Yeah, the llamas as well.
For the end of. What was that? Time travel?
Lego Batman New Lame Villains.
So that's not even out yet as of this recording.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Is Lame Villains out? No.
Wait, Lame Villains?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Is that out yet? Oh.
Yeah. I put it like 2 months ago.
What?
Yeah. Remember, IHE was in it.
That's the one you're working on now. I forgot.
The wedding, you silly goose.
Oh, the wedding. God.
Wow. You gotta come to the meetings, Alex. You wrote these videos.
I did.
Alex is having a bit of a senior moment here, but
yeah, pre-Alzheimer's. Jesus, I'm
you know
16.
Anyway, but yeah, the alpacas from Lego Batman Lame Villain. You know, this is a completely different video, but still, it kind of ties into this. I thought they were going to be a lot smaller. Turns out they weren't. Still used them anyway because I didn't really have much of a choice. They don't make Lego llamas or alpacas, so you got to do what you got to do.
I love the like fake Vietnamese we tried to kind of like pull off there, because I think that was just you and me, right?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, me, you, Forrest, and Stephanie all had lines in Vietnamese in this in this video, and what we had to do is we had to translate the lines in Google Translate into Vietnamese, and then we had to listen to it and then spell it out phonetically in the script so that the person could just say the sounds of the words, and hopefully it would come out somewhat close to what we had envisioned.
Right.
But
and I love how Forrest does like the most Americanized version that he possibly could have. He's like "sock knee no choy" kind of thing, but it's perfect. That's exactly what like our version of Santa would do.
It worked. Yeah, it was fine. And then you and I, we kind of tried. It didn't really come out that great.
We gave it a shot.
Yeah.
So this is the part where we did the fried Vietnamese.
Big reveal with
Hanukkah Harry. Dun dun. Hanukkah Harry.
Dramatic stinger. Oh, I don't think I put that in this video now that I think about it.
No, there it is. Oh,
I've got mine muted. But
okay, I've got mine on low volume.
Yeah, I'll do that once
Hanukkah Harry. What a meme. Hanukkah Harry's a weird character because he started as like originally he started as like in one of my Christmas specials for 2015, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But that was inspired by like an SNL character called Hanukkah Harry, from like I don't know the 90s.
Didn't I might be tripping here, but didn't Adam Sandler play Hanukkah Harry in SNL?
He may have. I don't know. I can't find any clips of it anywhere on YouTube.
Really? Okay. I just assume it's Adam Sandler because he did that. He did that one Hanukkah song.
Yeah, he did the Hanukkah song.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he was in SNL for a while.
He is a pretty popular Jew, so. You never know. Oh, there's the little license plate there. The little Easter egg.
Yeah,
Forest Fire 101.
reused.
Yeah, I used it in
from,
the second Christmas special. I put it on the back of his sleigh. But
yeah, you got a label maker, right?
Yeah. I've used it a couple times in my videos before. It comes in handy. But yeah.
It's perfect.
And then of course there's JTH's Gordon and Sam from Sam and Mickey as Batgirl. I forgot to mention before. She did a great job. Always does a really good job as Batgirl.
She's been doing these videos for a while.
Yeah, ever since
you, right?
season 1, technically. She was like one of my first guest stars. Like, I'm really surprised she did it back when my videos were just absolutely unwatchable. But she's still helping us out.
Season 3.
Yeah, had to get that in there somewhere.
Got a cheeky season 3.
Of course. And of course, the credits roll, and I think I already mentioned most of the voice actors here. But then my friend Gus, Lemony Fresh, did Spider-Man. Always does a good job as him. He's been doing Spider-Man for a while as well.
Yeah.
Probably since
ever since like one of the first ones, right?
Yeah. Oh, and Frozen Lake Films did one of the soldiers was one line. So he was another person that said something in Vietnamese, and he did a pretty good job with his.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe that's.
I think we got it. Isn't there an after credits?
Yeah. There's this with Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah. This was actually one of the first things I filmed, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was just short, so I got it out of the way. But yeah, so that's Lego Batman Christmas in Vietnam for you, friends. The third installment of the Christmas series.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
We just thought, how can we step it up from having Santa and just like fighting some baddies with Batman,
right?
Because this version of Santa is very much inspired by the Santa that appears in Forrest's Christmas specials.
Yeah, of course. That's where we get the Vietnam stuff.
The hard, and from I think that was the one before last of his Christmas specials. The second one, maybe? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
But he mentions the VCs and in Vietnam and the Agent Orange just everywhere, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so we decided, wait, what if we just run with that?
Yeah. So we tried to tie it in
an entire episode,
and then we just. I remember we didn't even plan on that. We knew we were gonna do a third Christmas with Forrest, of course. But we were like, yo, what if we just did the whole thing that we're in Vietnam?
Right.
And
of course it starts out as a joke, but then you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Other than that, I think the only thing left to say is subscribe to Akash Lego Productions.
Subscribe. Oh, we're bringing that name over here.